This is our 2016 AIrstream Interstate Grand Tour. We'll do a quick walk around. At the front, underneath, there's a horn, a real horn, so it actually sounds like a truck rather than beep beep. There is a light bar down here, which is incredibly useful if you're driving at night. It shines about 1 kilometer down the road. Otherwise fairly stock here. There's window trims here, so this allows you to lower the window and have some air come in without getting rain. It's raining right now. Otherwise, underneath the van here, there's freshwater tanks. They are now insulated. Prior to this, they would freeze at night. Now they are able to camp when it's cold out. You might ask, why would you camp when it's cold? We were in Dallas in March, and it was -8 outside. So at -8, all your tanks will freeze. At the back, there's a bicycle carrier that allows you to carry bicycle and provide storage underneath. So in here, there's a fair amount of storage inside to carry gear. And this entire thing swings out of the way. So if we pull on this out of the way and make space for things so you can get it in and out of the back. So now I can open the back doors, and this is where we installed shelves. You'll find that without shelves, the AIrstream is basically the back becomes a big Jenga box. So or Rubik's Cube, depending on your age. So we put 3 shelves in that are matched to the AIrstream cabinets with hooks on them. So this allows you to actually have the back very organized. The bed still folds down. This is a bra that covers the front. I'll show that later, but it allows you to shade the front from sun. And then rather than the standard flooring, we put this warm floor down. And we also put a grip map on the back, so if you need to stand on this for any reason, you won't fall off. Otherwise, it's very slippery. These are screens for the front doors, so that you can pull the blinds down if you're camping and get some airflow through. Otherwise, if you're camping in Ontario and you leave the windows down, you'll find the van is filled with bugs. On this side, you'll find this is the propane shutoff, which you have to crawl down. And if you're crossing a tunnel or something that you need to turn it off, you need to come down and flick this switch off and on. We found that to be a real pain, so we put a separate switch inside. Tires are all brand new. They've got about 12,000 kilometers on them. The step is, I've got it on hold, so normally if you start the engine, it'll pull in, and we'll go inside. There's a screen here, and the screen we thought was great. When we first used it, we found tons of bugs came inside, and that's because in here, right in this space here, they didn't put anything. So all the bugs get in there, and all the bugs get in up here. So we filled both of those in so that now the screen actually works like a screen. Again, underneath this flooring here is the AIrstream flooring. So you'll find it's really nice flooring to look at. It's fairly difficult to keep clean, and it's very, very cold on your feet. So we put in this mat that actually comes out in sections. So now your feet will be warm, which is a big bonus. And then we did a fair bit of work here. This right now is the fridge. It's just cooling off. It's at 13, and the freezer is at 18. Those are in Fahrenheit, or sorry, Celsius. So those will be going down. I'll show those again. This is a fairly major upgrade. This is a new Magnum head end. This allows for an automatic generator starter. So if the van gets hot or your battery starts to get low, the automatic generator starter will start up. This will also allows you to see, you can see right here, I've just started the van up. So I turn off on all the lights, and the inverter is on. It is not charging. That green light would be on if it was charging. And it is now consuming 16 amps. That's a fair amount of power. With the standard batteries, you would find that you would last about 4 or 8 hours before you need to find an extension cord. Given we've doubled the batteries at the back, this will last some time. But this allows you to see, if I turn this, it allows me to see that my batteries are at 98%. Without this upgrade, you have no idea what your battery is. So it's like trying to drive a vehicle without a fuel gauge. This is the generator. As you'll find out, the generators in Airstreams are very loud. This one is actually very quiet. The door is open, so that will start up. That will do that automatically, and if I close this door here, you will find that it's much quieter. So that's a very, very quiet generator that's running now. The normal generator is about 3 decibels louder, which to your ear is 3 times the loudness. These are all gate switches to turn off things. You'll find that Airstream has a lot of loads they leave on, which is fine if you're plugged in, but if you're on battery, you'll really drain your battery fast. So as you see, the generator is running now. We'll now find out. Soon this will start charging, and we'll put a fair amount of amperage in once the generator warms up. This is the tank gauge here. That works fairly well. And then this is saying we're on generator and how much power we're consuming. As soon as it starts to charge, we'll see this go to from negative to positive, and there it is. So now it started to charge. It's now putting 12 amps in. So if it was sunny out, we would also see how much power is going in. So this is a very, very useful device. In the back, behind this is the automatic generator starter. So if the van gets too hot and you happen to have a dog in here, it will start the air conditioning, start the generator and start the air conditioning if your batteries get too low. So if your batteries get to 50%, mine are probably at pretty close to 100. So if it gets to 50%, I set this to automatically come on. If you drain your batteries below 50%, you will damage your batteries and have to replace them. We also installed up here a switch that will come on. So there's a 12-volt switch. We also upgraded to 12 volts. There's 12-volt outlets right now down here, underneath here. Hopefully you can see it. That is controlled by this. So this allows you to put a fan in here, and when it gets to a certain temperature, the fan will blow air back towards that. That's your bed back there. Right now it's set up as a couch, but without that, all the heat that comes out of this furnace here, you'll find stays back here. And really what you want is you want the heat back there, which is where you're sleeping, or just watching TV. This is one of the Airstream PVs. It's not too bad in that it doesn't stick out very much here. And then this is another upgrade we did. We put on an insulated wall there. It zips out very quickly. I've got it done up now just to show you. But this zips out and it pulls back. That allows you to close the van off very quickly. That whole thing zips out. If you're camping at night, you'll find out that the standard Airstream blinds do not block light. This actually keeps the cabin either warm or cold. So if you're in the desert and you zip that up, you'll find that this part of the cabin stays very cool while the front stays very hot. And vice versa, if you're on your way to Florida and you're camping in this, you'll find that the front gets very cold and the back stays very warm. This is the back part here. So those are the shelves that are installed. This bed will go down very easily. So there's the bed going down and it clears all the shelves. So if you were to make up the bed, this is what it would look like. You would then pull this bench down and this bench down. So both of these benches come down. This one folds out, this one folds out, and that folds into a pretty big bed. Okay. These are the blinds here are automated. We found that they were not as useful as you might think, and I'll show you the window coverings that we have. Otherwise, everything is fairly standard back here. There is a big TV. So the normal TV here, if I back up, would hang out a fair bit. It would hang out actually much more than this TV does, which as you walk back and forth, you tend to hit it. So we move this TV over so that it isn't hanging out. It does look like it's hanging out, but if you come back here, you'll see that it's really not hanging out. The original TV hung out dramatically. So we removed that one and we put on this one. This is a 32-inch TV, so a much bigger TV, and it pivots. There's a cover on it. Take that off. So now you've got a much bigger TV that plays Netflix. It's a Roku TV, so it's awesome. And you'll hear the generator underneath me. I'll turn that off in a minute. But that's a much better TV to watch than the little 24-inch. 24-inch is kind of like watching your iPad. This is much better. Again, it does Netflix. You can stream from your phone to this TV, which you can't on the original AIrstreams. So it's a very nice upgrade if you wanted to watch TV. This is the furnace, which will come on, or the air conditioning. Bathroom is in here. Again, we upgraded the floor. So this floor here is much warmer than standing on a standard floor. If you're taking a shower, we'll take that out, but generally we use that to keep the bathroom fairly clean. There's your bathroom, the mirror works, the shower works, and the hot water works very well. And then coming back here, fridge here, we added these bars. If you don't add these bars, you'll find that everything in your fridge comes flying out. We also upgraded the cabinetry. So you'll find that this drawer on a standard AIrstream fits one of these. It's actually smaller than this, and a paper towel. This actually pretty much quadruples the space that's in there. So you can have two of these, one being garbage and one recycling, or you have this as storage, and all of your wet supplies goes back here, including the paper towel. So if you've got camping fuel or dishwasher soap, that all fits in. So that's a massive upgrade to what was an incredible waste of space in the original design. The other thing we did was, this is a standard AIrstream drawer. So pardon the stuff that's in there, but you'll see the drawer itself is actually quite shallow. So from here to here is open at the back. We've installed this drawer here, but otherwise everything you put in here that sits above here falls out the back of the drawer, and you've wasted all this space. So we added these drawers on top. So like a modern kitchen, you've got a much better storage system. So we did that one on that drawer. We did it on the drawer underneath. So you'll find that suddenly there's way more storage space rather than stacking everything on top. The other thing we did was we upgraded these drawer latches. So the drawer latch typically has a 3-pound latch on it. Unfortunately, a 3-pound latch is pretty much useless. And there's the generator. Now recognize, a standard AIrstream generator would be 3 times the loudness of that one. So the latches, the 3-pound latches that they have on these drawers, as you do a right-hand turn, you will find that all of these drawers will fly open because none of them will stay closed with a 3-pound latch. So we upgraded those latches so that the drawers stay closed. Otherwise, the sink is really unchanged. That's pretty standard. The cooktop works well. And that gives you an idea of the AIrstream. The windows work well, and this TV is a huge upgrade compared to the original.